How's it going, guys? Welcome to the FM Dugout. It's British Steel time again as Glentoran FC continue their quest for Champions League group stage football. And tonight we take on Sheriff in the first leg of the playoffs for those Champions League group stages. And I just noticed actually since the last episode it's actually taking part at Windsor Park rather than the Oval, since the Oval doesn't have 8,000 seats, which is the kind of minimum requirement for the Champions League. So not ideal to be playing at one of your rivals' stadiums. I mean, you can just imagine the sights in Scotland if Rangers had to play at Celtic's ground or vice versa. Obviously, yeah, it would be the National Stadium if that were ever to happen. But anyway, it's just something I noted. I don't know if it affects any of the kind of gate receipts or anything, but certainly with having Linfield's stadium available, potentially we could get more people in and a bit more money out of it. So yeah, a quick look at Sheriff with their squad for tonight. Not very many players in their squad that are actually real players, and not many that are particularly valuable in terms of their their transfer value. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of an unknown with these guys, really. They don't look fantastic. There's a few decent skills there, I suppose. But it could have been harder than this, so I'm fairly happy with this tie. So since the last time, there have been a couple of games in the league. We had two games, one against Ballymena at home in the opening day, which we won 2-0 with Crossbury and Brothers getting the goal in the first half, followed by a 3-1 away win to Glenavon with Brothers with a double and Scott Smith scoring there as well. So yeah, looking fairly comfortable on that front in the league, and it's left us sitting top of the league at the moment, plus 4 goal difference and 6 from 6 with Ballina Millard and Crusaders also matching us on that. But it's very, very early days in the league. Transfer wise, I did say I had news the last time round potentially, but the guy I was going for, I was in two minds about it. He agreed to sign and I didn't sign him because he's Icelandic. Sandri Sheving is his name. He was a youngster that was at Reading, and he has English as a second nationality. Now, I looked at the rules of the British Steel Challenge, and in theory, yes, you can do that. And I know someone said that about one of the guys at Stirling Albion way back at the start of the series. So technically I could have played him, but there are rules around whether you can play full internationals. I thought it's probably not going to be long before he becomes a full international, since it's for Iceland. It's not really like Germany or Italy or something like that. So yeah, I didn't really want to have the frustration of having a good player and then suddenly not being able to play him because he's now a full international. I want to do this from a purist point of view, this challenge. So yeah, didn't go for him. I have a funny feeling we did sign someone else, but no, I don't think we did. Jordan Stewart was the last one, and I think that was covered off in the last episode. Financially, we're doing much better now, 280,000 in the red, and obviously money won't be a concern either way from this Champions League playoff. If we lose, 2.6 million in the bank. If we win, then we get money for qualifying, and then we get money from being in the group stages as well. So financially, things are going to look much, much better after tonight. But yeah, this is going to be a double episode, a double match episode, so I'm going to get straight into the game tonight. It looks as though, well, your guess is as good as mine whether they're actually going to play the 4-2-1-3 DM wide or not. Assistants and so on, our scouts have generally been quite off with these already. In terms of our starting lineup, I've actually got to change things around because this was the team that played in the last match. So let's switch things around. McAleenan back out for McAlee. Lee Martin is suspended, so Gaughan's going to play. McDonald will come back out for Kane. In midfield, Where's Leonard? Right, we want Leonard there. We want Hugh Walker there. We want Robin Coyle there. And Hugh Walker will be central midfield. No, he won't. He'll be in that one, and that will be the ball-winning midfielder. The one thing in mind is what to do with up front, and I can either play Rory Croskery up front with Brothers, or I can go with the two attacking midfielders, which certainly seem to do quite well against Viriaton. I think I'm going to go with the two. I think I'm going to take that gamble. Going to put Ben Little on the bench because he's a bit more versatile. Alright, I think that'll do it for tonight. I'm hoping we can do this, because I know that the end of the last episode I was kind of like, yeah, we're going to get through to the group stages, and you know, it's maybe kind of counting my chickens a little too soon. Carry on. And as ever, assertively fill in the gaps. It certainly seems to work. I know you guys will probably be like, oh god, not again, he's doing exactly the same team talk. It works. Until it stops working, I'm going to keep doing it, because I think that's the right way to go about it. I'm going to go with control to begin with. I don't want to push it too much. So let's bring our speed down. Put it on extended for now. Depending how the game goes, we'll make a decision on whether to go to key or not. Obviously, just depends on how long the episode is going to be. Some of you guys might watch all these episodes and love it. Others will be thinking, why is it so long? So I want to try and find the right balance, and I think 30 plus minutes an episode is a bit too much, but it's difficult to get two games in anything less than that. But yeah, so far we seem fairly comfortable. 73% possession after 15 minutes. I'm going to go attacking. I feel based on that kind of start, surely we can afford to be a bit more positive, as Mitrev comes way out of his box there to play the long ball forward, cleared by our back line as far as Brothers, and he goes wide to Kane, looking up for options inside to Leonard. Surely will go forward to Croskery, picks it up outside the box, back out wide again to the unmarked Kane. First time ball into Brothers, can't quite get the header. Coyle with a right footed effort, and it takes a knock and goes out for a corner. So obviously the other two rounds we played away first. This time we're playing at home, so I think the key thing tonight will be to win. To win with no goals conceded, ideally by a couple of goals, and that should put us in a good position. If we score away from home, then we'll be very, very strong positioned at that point. As Walker with the effort, lots of men in front of the ball, possibly not going to find it easy tonight to score if Sheriff are actually sitting back that deep, and it certainly looks as though possession wise they haven't had a single shot at goal. As Brothers will take free kick. He scored in the league, can't remember if it was, I think it was against Glenavon. He scored with a free kick, but that one went wide of the mark. And for all our possession and our chances, we're almost through the first half without a goal, and it's a little bit disappointing, as Stanex makes the clearance. Macaulay down to Coyle, forward for Croskery to Brothers, and he goes long range again. I think we are going to have to go to two attacking midfielders. I just think we need to draw the defence away from Brothers a little bit. Most of the efforts are coming in from outside the box, and we really need to try and get that back line further out, and try to draw a little bit of space in behind them. But as first halves go, it's okay. If we can score right here, then it'd be ideal. and I might not change the formation if we do. Leonard surely will play it through. He does. Brothers with the effort, and the keeper's made the save. Possibly should have gone for the other corner with power. But here comes the corner from Leonard with only 30 seconds left of the first half. Brothers again picking up that rebound to Walker. Are we going to get a chance before the half-time whistle? We'll have to go into the box now if we want to. Gone wide to McAlee. Walker out to Kane, unmarked once again, and the cross is blocked, and that'll be it for the first half. We are telling the team to exploit the flanks, so certainly we should be getting a little bit of joy from Kane and going forward. Brothers is at 6.4 actually, but I mean, for me, he's the one who's more likely to score than Croskery. I do want to change it. I mean, this is just who. Brothers for me is the one that is definitely more likely to score. Bring off Croskery for help. We'll go for it. We'll take that gamble. Alright, second half underway. Yeah, coming out of this with 0-0, I think Sheriff would be pretty pleased with that. I do think we could score away from home, but yeah, definitely it's going to be more tough if we don't manage to get ourselves on the score sheet tonight. So let's see if we. Nope, that is not what I said. I tried to tell you to push forward as Brothers dropping deep to get the ball. Now, hopefully, no, that's not really worked out, but hopefully we were going to see Hill and Smith offering support. Kane coming in hard there on the right winger and winning the ball back. And now we're starting to move up through the ranks. Smith wide again to Kane. Can Brothers get in between the two centre backs? Gets his head on the end of it, and it's just gone wide. It just feels like one of those nights where it's just not quite working for us. And as the time goes on, the less likely it seems that we will score, but we have scored many late goals, so we'll see. It might happen again today. Brothers on the ball here, back to Smith. Nice ball out wide to Kane. He goes for the cross, but nearly again. The FM special. I haven't actually seen one of them go in for a while, so we're long overdue one, or maybe to concede one. As the corner comes in, headed away, Coyle back in. Hill takes it down. Keeper's made the save, and yes, it definitely does have that feeling that we're not going to get our goal. Half an hour left, and it's just not looking fantastic. Let's see. We're already playing with high tempo. Probably nothing really from that point of view. Maybe get Hill and Smith to go and attack rather than support. Maybe instead of having so many ball winning midfielders, Leonard's not played that well. He's on a yellow card. Box to box midfielder might be the sort of thing that we're looking for. Someone like Donaghy. Yeah, okay, we'll try and put a little bit of energy in to the team there in midfield and be slightly more attacking than having two ball winning midfielders. I suppose the other option is with Donaghy, was he actually, I can't remember if he was an attacking midfielder as well. No, he's not. Walker kind of is. Coyle isn't. The only other player we got that can really play in that position is Rory Holden. Nope, that is not what I want you to do. Let's try Walker in there. He's not the greatest in that kind of role, but yeah, I think we need to start pushing for it a little bit. Brothers with a free kick. Can he put it in? No, he can't. Takes a knock off the wall. And 20 minutes left. Frustrating. 5 yellow cards as well. Brothers now. Definitely getting a lot of the ball in that defensive forward role. Donaghy will go wide to go on into the box. Dinks it in towards Walker. Nods it down for Hill. And I don't know what happened there. I think it took a knock and took all the pace out of the ball. Mitrev with the save. And yeah, I'm quite frustrated by this. I'm going to start getting aggressive for the team. Let's just see if they score from this first before I shout at them. Donaghy to Smith. Nice little touch to Walker. Into Brothers. No, that's not really good enough. It's taken a knock and gone wide. Just Sheriff managing to get enough men in between my attackers and the goal as Mitrev gathers that corner. 15 minutes to go, and I think we're going to have to go overload. I really didn't want to come out of this with no goals. We tried to go with the 2 attackers, it hasn't worked. We've tried to go with 2 and 3 attacking midfielders, and we've just not managed to get Sheriff to open up. They're going to have to at some point. Walker's delaying the ball, he's going to lose this surely. Nope, doesn't. Macaulay with the ball forward to Hill. Have Sheriff committed too many men forward there. Seems like there's a bit more space. Donaghy with a long range effort. Tell you what, if that had gone in, that would have been some goal. Made the keeper work, which is more than you can usually say for shots from that range. Hill with the corner, headed away by Ukrunet. I'm not even trying to say their names, I don't think. Walker to Donaghy. Again, will he try to shoot from range? He doesn't. He goes back to late for support. Chip forward. Nobody making the run. And yeah, it looks as though it's going to be 0-0. Sheriff haven't even had a single shot at goal. It really wouldn't surprise me if they were to score in the 90th minute or something. But here we go again. Hill advancing forward, cuts the ball across to Kane, totally unmarked, in the box. Hill with a header off the crossbar, somehow doesn't go in. It just hasn't been our night. But if Sheriff play like this in the second leg, I would definitely say that we can beat them. But obviously if they score here, it's going to make things a lot more awkward. Is that going to count as a shot? Is that their first shot, 87 minutes in? Let's see. It is! Hooray! Celebrations all round. Yeah, 20 shots, 6 on target. 8 of them off target, which means 6 have been blocked as well. So it's just been one of those games. And Brothers hasn't really repaid my faith unless he's going to put this in. And it's off the wall. And Matua will come away with the ball here, and with us on overload, are we short at the back? He skipped by one man and he played it inside. Arama into Tanakov. I was half expecting that to go in there. But yeah, that's disappointing. It'll end 0-0, and it all goes down to the second leg. And well, I suppose the only plus is we haven't conceded an away goal, so scoring over there basically gives us a 1-goal advantage. You know, Sheriff have to win outright. So, yep, that's the only positive I can kind of take. As Kane plays in front post, and Mitrev again with the save. 0-0, disappointing. But we'll go over to the second leg and hopefully we'll do better than that. Yeah, I'm not happy with the performance. At least they've taken it well, apart from Donaghy. The match went to one of their players in defence, no doubt. Well, that was disappointing. So anyway, we'll be back for the second leg in a minute after the Portadown game has been played. So I'll see you then. Alright guys, this is us here for the second leg. And, well, one game in between, and we lost 2-0 at home to Portadown. Huge number of shots at goal, not very accurate. Portadown with 2 shots on target and 2 goals. Man of the match going to a central defender. So yeah, it kind of paints a picture. And as far as the league is concerned, it now leaves us in 7th place, albeit with a game in hand, which would put us back up into 2nd if we could win it. But tonight it is about the Champions League playoff. So let's get into it and see whether or not we can finish the job off. Tonight we have Kane and Leonard missing, so we're bringing in Ben Little and James McDonald into the fray. Cross-Green brothers didn't play particularly well in the last game, so I'm going to go with a change here tonight. I'm going to play Scott Smith from the start alongside Hill in the 4-3-2-1 formation, and we'll see how we can get on with this. But let's go. I'm still, I'm hopeful we can do it. Drawing the first leg when we were in control of it, still a little bit annoying. Due to his recent injury problems, not really. He's been crap of late. Right. No, my team talk doesn't seem to have gone down too well tonight. Right, who have we got as the ball winning midfielder? It's Coyle, isn't it? Mark Titer, and I want him to watch their number 10. Alright, time to see. Whoa, jeez. Too fast. Time to see if we can get ourselves back into the kind of leading position in this tie. An early chance here for Sheriff from the corner. But it breaks away to Brothers, and he's 1-on-1 at the moment. The yellow and black jersey's coming back, but he finds Walker. Walker goes wide to Hill into the box. Not going to be able to get a shot there, it's closed down too much. McDonald with the cross. Walker heads it down to Smith, and hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. That was a pretty poor effort, straight at the goalkeeper and rather weak. Great opportunity to score that early on. As Vantev will take the free kick, goes wide here to Arama late. Did he win the ball? Apparently he did. I was expecting the whistle to go and a penalty to be given, but Brothers dropping slightly deeper there to pick up the ball. Inside he's got support, he doesn't choose it, he loses out, and now Sheriff will come forward with Tanakov to Ivancic. Macaulay with the clearance hits off Bessarab, and he's put it into the top corner. A little bit of fortune there for Sheriff, and it's taken them 6 minutes to score here, and I'm feeling cheated. Macaulay trying to clear it, and it's just bad luck and a good finish. Well, the keeper's not done well actually. We're going to have to go attacking now. There's absolutely no two ways about it. An away goal massively changes things, but we didn't score in 90 against them before, and my worry is that we're not going to do it this time either. Mitrev will now restart here with a long kick forward. We'll be looking for Ivancic. Macaulay with the header. Hill not competing in the air, and we're just not really winning these key battles in midfield. Matua just skips by McDonald. Brerzovic again not managing to get the ball back off them. Matua now crossing into the middle. Ivancic nearly scoring there at the near post, and this is worrying stuff. Totally different side from the one we played in Northern Ireland, and unfortunately it looks as though we are pretty much the same side that we were. We're not suddenly taking our chances, but let's see if we can get something going from here. Coyle coming forward, goes wide to Martin, 1-on-1 with his marker here, plays it from deep. Brothers is there with a touch, and it's in at the far post. 20 minutes on the clock. Brothers this time manages to find the net. I guess it's that all important away goal. And okay, well, it's at this stage Sheriff still do only need one goal, but one from us means two for them. So we're not going to go away from attacking. We need to get a second goal. I think that much is clear. Sheriff have actually now changed to 4-2-3-1 narrow, which obviously means that we're going to get a bit overrun in the middle of the park, potentially. Martin and McDonald are maybe going to get caught out if they go too far forward. Yeah, when managers change formation, it always leaves you kind of questioning your own lineup a little bit, or at least it should anyway. If you're a decent manager and think about these things, then yeah, you should be thinking, as Yahya plays the ball there out wide now to Matua into the box. McDonald will clear. Brothers will pick this up. 2-on-1 here as Brothers bears down on goal, and he's waiting for some support. He's found it from Walker into the box, and that is such a tame effort from Walker. I mean, really, to be honest, you put your laces through that, there's a good chance you're going to score, but he's passed it, and it's not particularly accurate. And Ivancic now looking out wide for Bessarab, the goal scorer, and he takes an effort from range. It's not going to trouble Stanex. Game is on a bit of a knife edge at the moment, very much end to end, and the next goal is going to be absolutely crucial. Well, we're counting down to the second half now. Yeah, McDonald's not playing. I mean, I did try to get a left back in, just wasn't working for us. Mackley's not having a great game either. I'm wondering if with McAleenan being a bit more experienced, to maybe bring him on. I don't want to be too hard on McDonald because he is, very young. I think he's 17, whereas Brothers is 19, so I can maybe be a bit more. Not Brothers, sorry, Hill. What age is he? He's 19, looking nervous. Well, there's only two ways about it. I have to say I'm not happy. He's motivated. Try the rest of the midfield. It's one of those kind of games where you feel you want to make a change, but in doing so you feel that's kind of not quite a leap of faith, but it's certainly taking a gamble. And the thing that's going through my mind at the moment is Hill on 6.5, potentially bringing him off, with Croskery coming on with pace, playing him up front, playing him as a false 9, which effectively falls back into that kind of position a little bit. I mean, we don't have to score, that's the difference, I suppose, here. But I'm going to do it. Hill hasn't been playing that well, so Brothers is going to remain as an advanced forward. We're going to go to a false 9 for the other position, and we're going to bring on Rory Croskery in there, and hopefully he'll link up a bit with Smith, with Brothers being the kind of focal point of the attacks. It just changing things about a little bit. It might give us the edge in the final third as Martin progresses with the ball, left-footed pass forward to Croskery, goes wide to McDonald, lots of space, lots of time. What can he do with it? Right-footed cross into Brothers. It's cleared back out only as far as McDonald. This time he's on his own. He has no support, and the cross is taking a knock. Hopefully we don't lose possession here. Coyle into Little, the new signing, forward to Brothers, nods it down to Smith, to Croskery. Croskery on the turn with the effort, and it's gone in. What an effort from Croskery. 2-1 now, and that's got to be us feeling rather confident there. Really nice finish from Croskery. One touch to control, one touch to rifle it in off the post from about 22 yards or so. Fantastic effort. And now Sheriff need 2 goals to go through, and that will mean they'll have to push forward, and hopefully we can kill this game off here. Croskery Another thunderous drive, and the keeper does very well to push that over. And maybe that goal will just give us that little bit of confidence we need to kind of dominate the game, as we did in the first leg. Mitrovic with the kick forward, looking for the target man, Ivancic, can't find him, and Smith will go wide surely here to McDonald. Two men closing him down, got to be careful not to lose the ball, and he doesn't. Remains composed inside to Smith, forward to Brothers. Croskery once again goes wide to McDonald. We're pulling them every which way but loose here. McDonald into the front post. Brothers controls, knocks it back, and Walker smashes it home. 3-1. That is game over. Sheriff will need 3 goals in the last 23 minutes, which I do not see happening. McDonald with the ball in. Brothers done ever so well to control that and pick out Walker, and that's more like it. First half he had an effort which he just side footed with no pace, and that time he's smashed it home, and it's looking good. It's looking like we're going to make it, which God only knows what it's going to do to our league campaign. With players fitness wise, you know, we are a semi-professional outfit. Let's see if we can rub some salt into the wound here. Croskery aiming in the middle, and this time we get a bit of good fortune. It breaks to Little, and 4-1 is the score now. First goal for Glentoran, and again, as I say, a little bit of luck this time for us. Croskery with the ball in, the clearance coming off their own player, and Little was there to put in the loose ball. And well, we're making up now for the fact that we were poor in the first leg in front of goal. Done well though, from being 1-0 down. It didn't look good, I must admit, but now we are coasting through to the Champions League group stages, and can't wait to see who we will get in that draw. Absolutely fantastic. 10 minutes left. Let's see whether we need to make any substitutions. I don't think anyone's in dire need, as Walker puts the ball over from that free kick. I think we're okay. Croskery certainly changing things up. Whether or not the formation change has had a big impact, I don't know. Certainly the 4-3-1-2 was working well for us in the first leg in terms of dominating the game. We just didn't really take our chances, but now with Sheriff pushing forward, it's leaving lots of space, and Brothers is away on the left, cuts it in. Croskery takes it, and weak effort in the end, but I can forgive him for that after his cracking goal that put us into the lead, as Sheriff now trying to pull one back. Surely at this stage it's just going to be consolation. Brezovic into the box, Stanix with a save, and still we're standing firm. And the corner will come in from Brezovic here. Stanix picking that up, and no penalty given. I was expecting one to be given there for some reason. Yeah, got to be pleased with this. 8 shots on target out of 11 is a lot better than we did in the first leg, and it was certainly a lot better than we did against Portadown, as McAleenan plays it back in. Little with the first time effort, and it's not troubling the keeper this time. McAleenan having a very solid second half here, 7.2. Darren Late 8.1. Lee Martin 8.4. Very, very solid second half from the team, and they should be very happy with their efforts, as Croskery plays Brothers through. Can it? No, it's not going to be 5-1. He's lost out that time. Yeah, our story will continue, which will certainly give us a little bit of interest this season for this. We do still have the 2 domestic competitions we need to win. Probably what will happen is I'll focus on those cups and the Champions League games out of interest, just to see how we do. Probably will do key rather than extended, because it could be cricket scores really, depending on who we get. But we're there. 4-1 away win. Absolutely fantastic. Luke Brothers, man of the match, 1 assist, 1 goal, 9.1, and yeah, 10.93 million, and also 1.72 for winning there as well. So a total of what, 12 million, 12.5 million or something like that coming in. Let's just have a little look at our finances now. Oh, that looks good. I'm going to ask to go on a coaching course now, because I've been waiting for quite some time to have some money. Yay! Finally. But yeah, I mean, I suppose whatever happens now with Glentoran, they're going to have that money in the bank for quite some time, and that's going to make a hell of a difference to them. In terms of the draw, when's that going to be? When's that going to be made? Stages, group stage, 27th. Alright, I'll be back in a second to see who we get in the group stages. Alright guys, here we are with the draw. So, as ever, I think we'll be undoubtedly 4th seeds. So, we'll draw all of the 1st, 2nd and 3rd seeds, and then see where we may end up. Now, let's have a little look at what groups are looking rather difficult. Certainly Juve, Liverpool, Sevilla's quite tough. Shakhtar, Barca, Fenerbahce, a couple of tough away games there. Yeah, Group F, I definitely would like to avoid that. Absolutely. Group G, Group of Death. Group H isn't much better either. I would say out of that, probably the weaker ones would be Group E potentially, but we'll see. Right, so we're not in Group A. Group B, not in Group B. Well, there we go. So we're in with Benfica, Dortmund and Monaco. I wouldn't have said it was the most difficult out of them, but that's as it stands anyway. So they won't have made the draw yet, so let's push on one day and see. So there's all the rearranged matches, and yeah, we're going to get a bit of a fixture headache, to be honest, with all the cups. There's a Tuesday match, Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday is going to be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So that's 3 games in the space of 5 days. Followed by Monaco away. So it's going to be interesting, guys, but I'm absolutely delighted to be there. But let me know what you think of our chances in that group. Also, if you want to see any particular type of games, let me know. I don't think I'll do every single game. I might just do kind of home games, so certainly the Benfica one to open with that. Definitely do that, the Dortmund, and then probably the Monaco game at the end of the group stages. It will mean I probably won't cover the Premier League. We have won it. It's not really a pressing concern for us. As you can see, the 2 games coming up in a week's time or so against the Police Service Northern Ireland and Newington are in the competitions that we have yet to win. So those ones are definitely important to us. Both of those games against lower league opposition, so I probably won't be doing live comms on that. But anyway, that's it for this bumper episode, guys. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, leave a like and a comment, let me know what you think of it. Thank you for watching, and until the next time, I'll see you when I see you.